On December 23, 1995, about 1,500 parents and children gathered for the annual day celebration of DAV Public School, Mandi, Haryana, in India. The function was arranged under a canopy in the compound of Rajiv Marriage Palace. Suddenly, a huge fire blazed from the sparks of with a short circuit in an electric generator. The fire spread within a minute and blocked the main entrance. More than 500 people, including 258 children, became a victim of this ferocious mishap. The canopy was made of synthetic fabrics that melted and stick to the skin. Plastic chairs and cover mats caught fire within seconds. The school management had locked the main gate of the compound. Many of the children died in the stampede as 1,500 people tried to escape through a single exit door. The blood-curdling tragedy had forced the Indian government to introduce by the laws and safety guidelines for marriage halls. There was an incident in 2020 Brazil rainforest wildfires, where a series of forest fires that were affecting Brazil, with 44,013 outbreaks of fire registered between January and August in the Amazonas and Pantanal. Within the Amazon, 6,315 outbreaks of fire were detected in the same period. Within the Pantanal, volume of fires is equivalent to those of the past 6 years that there have been actions by NGOs and volunteers to save endangered animals, such as the jaguar. Brazil wildfires killed an estimated 17 million animals. They estimate that as many as 17 million vertebrates, including reptiles, birds, and primates, died. Wildfires burned between January and November, destroying 30% of the world's largest tropical wetland. It was expected that the health systems of the Amazon region, already overloaded by the COVID-19 pandemic, would be even more overloaded due to the respiratory diseases due to the smoke emitted by the wildfires. With all these incidents happening around the world, do you think any of this would happen if there was a proper firefighting mechanism?
There has been a spate of incidents of fire accidents occurring in past few years, causing damage and huge loss of human lives, not to mention the loss of properties and assets. The fire that broke out in Surat has caused death of at least 22 individuals, including several teenagers who were starting their life's journey. These incidents should be enough to make one wake up to the need of the hour. Every year, for about 25,000 people die due to fires and related causes in India. Women account for about 66% of those who killed in accidents. Fire accounts for about 6% of the total death reported due to natural and unnatural causes. While economic losses suffered due to these fires have not been calculated. However, some estimates and independent studies have come up. According to one study, out of the major losses reported by Indian insurance companies, about 45% of the claims are due to fire losses. According to another studies, about rupees 1,000 crores are lost every year due to fire. Fire has accounted for 9% of overall ranking of risk. Fires have been ranked as 5th highest risk in manufacturing industries. Many of these deaths could have been prevented had we been aware of and taken enough fire protection measures. Prevention is better than cure, but when prevention fails, we need to plan ahead.
A firefighting robot's operation can vary depending on the design and technology employed, but in general, robots follow these steps. Step 1. Fire detection. The robot must be able to identify a fire, either by using a manual command or automatically by using a sensor like thermal cameras, smoke detectors, or infrared sensors. Step 2. Navigation. After a fire is discovered, the robot must navigate to the spot where the fire is. To move in the direction of the fire, it can use a variety of navigation tools like GPS. Step 3. Putting out the fire. The robot must put out the fire, which can be done in a number of ways, including by spraying water or by using carbon dioxide system. Human interaction. The robot can assist for human firefighting by sending a live video feed to the command center or pointing them to the direction of fire. To ensure human safety during firefighting operation, it can also be fitted with a variety of safety features. Recharge. The robot needs to be recharged or refilled after the firefighting operation is finished in order to be prepared for the subsequent operation. By carrying out firefighting tasks in dangerous areas, the firefighting robot aims to reduce the risk and dangers for humans and all living beings that will be affected by the fire. Coming to the working of a robot, initially we need to make sure all the components are connected and give power supply through an internal device. The robot remains idle initially. Later it starts moving to detect the presence of the flame with the help of a flame sensor. If the flame is not within the range, it moves ahead and again checks for the presence of the flame. If the signal is sensed by one of the flame sensor, then the robot moves such that the center sensor is aligned to the flame so that we can extinguish the flame accurately. After detecting the flame, it moves to a certain distance and again checks the distance until it moves near the flame. After it reaches the flame, it activates the water pump and sprinkles water on the flame.
Firefighting robots have a wide range of applications in different areas where fires can occur, such as in buildings, factories, oil and gas facilities, forests, and outdoor areas. Here are some specific applications of solar firefighting robot. Indoor fires. Firefighting robots can navigate through buildings and other structures to locate and extinguish fires, especially in areas that are too dangerous or difficult for human firefighters to reach. Oil and gas facilities. This robot can be used in oil and gas facilities to extinguish fires caused by explosions, equipment malfunctions, and other hazards. These robots can also detect leaks and other hazardous situations and alert emergency responders. Forest fires. Firefighting robots can be deployed in areas affected by forest fires, where terrain and other factors can make it challenging for human firefighters to access. These robots can help to control the spread of fires by detecting hotspots and spraying water and other fire retardants. Search and rescue. Firefighting robots can be equipped with sensors and cameras to assist in search and rescue operations during fires. These robots can locate and rescue trapped individuals and provide vital information to emergency responders. Wildfire prevention and control. Firefighting robots can be used to monitor and extinguish wildfires in remote areas. These robots can move around in the field and detect fires using infrared sensors and thermal imaging cameras. They can then extinguish the fire with water or other fire suppression agents. Industrial facilities. Firefighting robots can be used in industrial facilities to prevent and control fires. These robots can detect the fire's location, temperature, and intensity using sensors, and then quickly extinguish it using water, foam, or other fire suppression agents. They can also navigate through tight spaces to access areas that are difficult to reach by humans. Military installations. Solar firefighting robots can be used in military installations to prevent and control fires. These robots can be deployed in the areas that are difficult to access by humans and can detect and extinguish fires using sensors and extinguishing systems. Overall, solar firefighting robots have the potential to play a significant role in improving fire safety and emergency response, especially in situations where human firefighters cannot safely access or control the fire and they are standalone bots that need no external help as they are self-charged by the solar panels and self-driven.
Coming to the future scope of solar firefighting robot, a complete autonomous robot. Autonomous firefighting robots have several advantages over traditional firefighting methods. Some of these advantages include: number one, increased safety. Firefighting robots can operate in hazardous environments without risking the life of human firefighters. Robots can operate in extreme heat, smoke, and toxic environments which would be too dangerous for human firefighters. Number two, improved efficiency. Autonomous firefighting robots can work around the clock without getting tired, which can improve the efficiency and speed up the firefighting process. Number 3, reduce property damage. Autonomous firefighting robots can respond to a fire much faster than human firefighters, which can help minimize the property damage, and they can be programmed to use specific firefighting techniques that are less likely to cause damage to the surrounding area. Number 4, cost effective. Although autonomous firefighting robots can be expensive to develop and deploy initially, they can save money in the longer run by reducing the amount of damage caused by fires and decreasing the need for human firefighters to risk their lives. The biggest future scope we see is using satellite and network to increase autonomy. Using satellite and cloud integration, we can have a network of firefighting robots deployed around the city, making these robots easily available at the time of emergency. We can have thermal cameras installed on satellites, using which we can monitor fires remotely. When a fire is detected using the satellites, we can have signals sent to the nearest firefighting robot, and those robots can approach the location. The number of robots reaching the location can be decided on the intensity of the fire. Since the robots are completely autonomous and solar powered, no human interference would be required in the working of the robot whatsoever. The next future scope we have is remote control. In scenarios where autonomy cannot be the best choice, we can introduce remote control to control the robot, causing no damage to the life of firefighters and making inaccessible locations accessible. Using different sizes of chassis and changes in design, we can create robots that can be used in different terrains such as mountains, forests, and flatlands to increase the efficiency of saving lives of not just humans but also animals. Since our robot uses solar power, and solar power is one of the biggest forms of renewable energy on this planet, we can use it to replace all the conventional polluting sources of energy, moving a step towards a greener world.